Happy Friday, Stampers. Welcome to our final lunch and learn of the week. My name is Sherry Roth. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Alberta, Canada. And this week I've been doing Facebook Lives at noon every day, calling them lunch and learns, all focused around this beautiful daisy garden background stamp. So I'm going to finish off the week with a simple card, but let me share a recap of what we've created so far in case you've missed anything. So on Monday we did this beautiful mint macaron one where we stamped the background and then also cut one out. Here we did a fun packaging technique background and then stamped over top. Actually, yeah, that's the order. That was Tuesday. And then Wednesday we stamped it twice and cut them into strips. And yesterday we did this fun technique, so strips again, except they're various lengths, and we colored in. And today we're going back to the basics. Now the card that I create today is probably the one I would have started with, but I created this card for a swap, and I wanted to make sure that everybody received their swap before, or most people received their swap before I shared it. So I'm hoping that most people received their swaps, and we're going to create it today. But before I get started, I'm a little behind in my giveaways, so I've got some cards to give away. For those of you who may not be aware, I give away the cards that I create in my lives because I create so many cards. I like to pass them on so that you can enjoy them. All right, so we're going way back with this one. All of these videos you'll be able to find on my YouTube channel, or if you scroll back quite a ways on my Facebook page, you'll be able to find them as well. So this was a little pocket card that I created using the ice cream suite, and the lucky winner of this card is Sarah Simonson. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her last name correctly, but I'm going to see her this afternoon. I've got something to drop off for her, so I will pass that on to her as well. And then we had this a little hello from me to you. Ann Tolson is the lucky winner of this one. And then we had the Love You Much Pansy card. Shauna Domes is the lucky winner for that one. And then we've got the cards from this week. So we're going to start with this one. Kristen Henry is the lucky winner of this one. And this one is Merle Dreyer is the lucky winner. I don't think I have Merle's address. So Merle, if you're watching this, if you can send me a private message with your address, that would be great. This one is Denise Valet is the winner of this one. And then yesterday's card is Christine Miles. So I believe I have almost everybody's address. I will pop these in the mail for you so you can look forward to some happy mail. Okay, let's see here. Hello, Angela from Georgetown, and Leanne and Michelle. Oh, Michelle, you can always go back and watch the videos that you've missed. And Leanne, happy Friday, everyone. Okay, so I've got my pieces. Now, if you want to create these cards, I will send you all of the pre-cut card pieces to create the cards, as well as a tutorial where there's photos, measurements, and links to the videos. It's just easier to reference than having to go back and try to find the videos online. I will send all of those to you with a $60 order, absolutely free. All right, so you can find my online Canadian store link in the description, as well as the host code to use that will qualify you for that. Oh, lots of people were loving yesterday's card. You know what I said yesterday, when I posted the photo of this, when I looked at it, I thought, you know what a great border. If you kept this going on a 12-inch strip, it would be a great border for a scrapbook page. So I stamped a couple extra, and when I get a chance, you know, when I'm watching TV or whatever, I'm going to color the flowers in and create a scrapbook layout with this as a border because I think it would be gorgeous. It's my favorite from this week too. Okay, so I've got a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 inch Calypso Coral cardstock, and I'm going to pull in my Stamparatus that has my background stamp already mounted on it. I'm just going to grab a clear block or a clear case to stick underneath here. And let's see, I moved this around because I was doing something else. I have a bonus project to share with you today. So I was moving it around. It's not in the same position as it's been all week. So I need to reposition my cardstock here. Okay, that looks good. I'm just going to stick the magnet in there. Let's make sure it doesn't hit that. Okay, and I'm going to bring in some Calypso Coral ink. Thank you, Barb. All right, and I'm just going to ink this up. We're going to do tone on tone because that's my favorite thing to do with this stamp. I absolutely love it. You will definitely be seeing more projects with this background stamp once I'm settled in my new studio or new craft space, because there's so many products that I know that I have that would combine so well with it, like dragonflies and butterflies and pastels, and just I think the spotlighting technique would be a great technique with this background as well. So you will definitely be seeing more projects with this. I really, really like it. And even the stamp sets that coordinate with it, the small daisy and the daisy punch, the medium daisy punch. All right, so all of that stuff will be accessible once we're settled a week from today. Very excited. Okay, I've got this nice, beautiful impression now. Okay, and we will do the envelope while we're at it. So let's see here. We're going to do it all along the bottom this time, I think. Oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Let's hope that that doesn't happen. So what does everybody have planned for the long weekend? Anything fun? I believe it's supposed to be nice this weekend, which I was happy to see. All right. Oh, I'm going to move that over just a little bit. And then, let's see, can we fit this on here? We might have to move it over a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to hold my thing in place, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it right above this because it's already got ink on it. I'm going to position it where I want it, and then try not to move it. It's a little sticky. Close it down, and then I'm going to re-ink it. You can see that there's a little bit there because there was already ink on there, but that's okay because when I re-ink it, it will stamp down in exactly the right spot. If you're worried about it not lining up, then just clean your stamp first before you do that. Look how pretty that is. Even that on a card right there. Oh my gosh. It just stamps so beautifully. I love this so much. I actually like it a lot more than I even thought I would. Okay, so we can set this aside now and move on. So the greeting that I chose to use today is, again, from the Color and Contour stamp set, because that's another one that I've been focusing on this week. It kind of pairs well with a lot of different stamps. And I've used the scalloped contour dies, and I cut out this smallest scallop rectangle. That's going to be for my greeting. So I've gone ahead and done that. And we are going to bring in some Memento ink and the greeting that says, "You're absolutely amazing." And we're going to stamp that right in the center. And now we're going to trim down our Calypso Coral cardstock to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So that is one tip that I do have for you. If you're working with this background stamp, start with a larger piece of cardstock and then trim it down to the size that you want it. Because, especially if you're using the Stamparatus, because it allows you a little bit of extra space so your magnet can hold your cardstock in place. Okay, so 3 7/8. We're going to trim, we'll trim 1/4 inch off of this one side, and then 1/8 inch off of this side, and then 5 1/8, and that's all going to come off the bottom. Okay. All right. So that is going to get mounted onto a piece of Pale Papaya cardstock. I love these two colors together. So it's a Calypso Coral and Pale Papaya. This Pale Papaya cardstock measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, so that we've got just that little tiny bit of a border around the edges. And then that is going to go onto our thick white card base. You know, Lorraine, the way to save money is to become a demonstrator. You get a discount on all your products. If your wish list is really long, that's the best thing to do. All right. I love cards where you've got a thin little border and then a wider border. I think it makes it look so classy. All right, now I've got a piece of our, I think this is called White and Pale Papaya ribbon. It may be something different, but it's Pale Papaya in the middle, and then it's got this white trim on the edges. I love it. It's so pretty. This Pale Papaya color is just gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to wrap some white baker's twine from the Baker's Twine Essential Pack around the edges. And cinch it tight and then just tie a bow. And tweak it so that my loops look about even, and I want it to go a little higher up. I tied it around just a little bit too low. I'm just trying to pull it. There we go. All right. Now we're going to adhere this, so I'm just going to put a strip of adhesive down on here and put that over top. And I want to trim these just a little bit. They're just a touch too long. So we'll trim at an angle so they look nice and finished. And then we're going to use some dimensionals for the back of this. And that's going to go, I'll lift those ends up. This is going to go right on here. Oh, we've got one little dot that is still stuck in there. Let's poke that out. That's going to go on here. Just like that. And then to finish off the card, we're going to add some Pale Papaya Genial Gems. So I'm going to take one of the larger ones and then one of the smaller ones. Oops. And there we go. Our card is finished. Now, I wanted to give you guys something else that you could do with this. So I actually pulled out our ombre bags. And look how cute this is. Okay, so we've got this one with a matching envelope, or you could do the card and tuck it into an ombre bag. And it's big enough that you could include a little package in here. So you could include maybe a chocolate bar or a gift card or some little small thing in here. So what I did was I used the pale papaya, since I'm using pale papaya on here. I stamped the background multiple times in pale papaya ink. So I stamped it once kind of off the page, and then I did it again. I put it a little bit lower and did it off the page going this way. So let me bring it a little closer so you can see. It's very subtle, the pale papaya on pale papaya, but it gives just a little bit of added interest to the background. And then I used that scallop border die from the Scalloped Contour Dies. This is a peach, a piece of the peach DSP. The name is escaping me. Sweet as a peach, or You're a Peach, something along those lines. But that has like pale papaya and calypso coral in it, so I cut a strip. And I did overhang it because it's not going into an envelope. This would be something that I actually personally give somebody. And then I stamped Thank You for Everything, added some pale papaya ribbon, and then some of the pale papaya genial gems. These ombre bags are beautiful. If you guys are attending our annual catalog extravaganza at the end of the month on the 29th of May, you guys will see some projects done with these as well. So, and by the way, it's not too late to register for that event. We kick off the event on Sunday with daily Facebook Lives leading up to the event. So you can still register for that event if you haven't registered. You just won't get a kit. It's too late to get a kit. But we got lots of plans. It's going to be awesome. We just had our final meeting to finalize all the details, and we are ready to go. All right. So that's it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed all the projects that I shared with this background stamp over the course of the week, and that you enjoyed the daily Facebook Lives. I will definitely be doing daily Facebook Lives again in June, probably the last week of June, but I may have to tweak that just a little bit because that's graduation week. So once I have the times and stuff, I may have to change that. Yeah, I might stick with noon, like maybe a lunch and learn. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what works best. All right. So have a fabulous long weekend, guys. I will see you guys. I'll see my VIPs next week on Tuesday. So Tuesday at 8 p.m. I'll be live with a project over on the VIP page. Take care and have a great weekend. Bye, guys.